Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice as we talk about everything that has happened in the past week for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. But today we're just going to talk about Hasbro Pulse Con 2021's panel in particular. So there was other Lightning Collection news that occurred this past week, but this is going to be an interesting weekend for Lightning Collection and both also, of course, Lightning Storm. So today, this video is going to be just a recap of what we just saw at Hasbro Pulse Con. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. So Hasbro Pulse Con had three different panels for Power Rangers. The Dino Fury panel first, and then they had the product panel, and of course they also had the comic panel, the Boom Studios comic panel. That one we don't need to talk anything about, but we're going to kind of go in chronological order here, starting back at the Dino Fury panel, because there actually were two Lightning Collection announcements during the Dino Fury panel, kind of. They got their formal reveals during the actual Lightning Collection panel itself, but we did get to see the items earlier. So the first one, which first of all, if anybody was doubting my big giant list of leaks that I posted at the end of September, I think today will help you assure the fact that those were 100% genuine, because of the fact that every single thing that they revealed today was something that was on that list in some part. So first of all, getting into it, we have the Lord Zedd helmet. So this was the helmet that I teased that I knew was coming this upcoming Friday or today. I heard about this about a week and a half ago that it was going to go up for pre-order today, and this is definitely the case. So we got to see Brandon Davis, the host of the Dino Fury panel from comicbook.com, actually wearing the helmet like right off the bat. And I gotta say, it wasn't that I wasn't excited for this helmet release. I'm more excited for the upcoming Draken helmet that they're working on, but the Lord Zedd helmet was such an interesting concept to me, and so actually seeing it here, it looks pretty amazing. I really like what they did with this here. Obviously, it looks like the head of Lord Zedd, as it should. It has beautiful, like, vac metal, kind of chrome-ish. I mean, it's definitely chrome, but it's designed on the whole, like, front grille and everything. I did not expect them to honestly go the whole chrome route. I was expecting it to be like a, pretty nice, but just regular metallic silver paints kind of thing. So kind of like how his actual like Lightning Collection head sculpt is like. That's basically what I was expecting. Basically a full-sized wearable version of that. But it's not. So I really like this a lot. Way more hyped about it than I thought I would be. And so, yeah, that is the first reveal of the day. Obviously, it also has some other cool features about it. Like it has like a squishy kind of brain texture at the top, so you can it's like a foam kind of thing you can press in. Gross, but cool. I really like that a lot. And also this one is going to be, it kind of has electronics in it. There's like a voice changer amplifier in the like chin. There's like a button you can press and it will like deepen your voice, make you sound like evil, or kind of like a Darth Vader kind of helmet sort of thing, or similar kind of idea. So yeah, they definitely pumped more into this than I thought that they would. And it's also going to come with a new elongated, longer stand piece for the helmets. It's still the same kind of design that we've had with the white, red, and pink helmets we've had before, but just a little bit different because this helmet's a little bit more involved. So this will go for pre-order for Hasbro Pulse Premium members at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, so in about an hour and a half at the time that I'm recording this, but probably a lot less time by the time that you're seeing this. So that will go up there, and for 5 p.m. Eastern Time for all just general retail or general public on Hasbro Pulse. And I think other retailers, I think this is a fan channel exclusive. I think like the red and white helmets were, so I believe this will also go up on like Entertainment Earth and such like that. The unfortunate part about me doing this video now is that the pre-orders have not gone up yet, and so I don't know the cost of any of these things, nor do I know the release dates. So what I'm going to do about that is in the comments below, in the comments, I'm going to leave a pinned comment, so please be sure to read it, that will have all of the pre-order links when they go live to like the major retailers and their price points and estimated release dates. So just look forward to that. It will be down there. I'll be sure to put that there as well. So like I said, I apologize that I can't include those details in here, but they don't exist yet. So that's all I can do. But moving on from that, the end of the Dino Fury panel saw the actual actor for Zedd himself, Russell Curry, get to reveal the 107th Lightning Collection figure himself. So he got to reveal, which was really cool that they were able to do that. He got to reveal Dino Fury Red as the first figure in what was very interestingly called, and if you remember back Lightning Storm episode 90, whatever that was, when I did all the leaks, I had said that I wasn't confident in calling this wave 11, 12, 13 in the leaks, let's call it waves 1, 2, and 3 of 2022. And that's exactly what they did here as well. For whatever reason, they called this wave 1 of 2022 and not wave 11. For all intents and purposes, it's wave 11. I don't know why they didn't just call it that, and I'm very curious if like Entertainment Earth and such are gonna list it as such when we get the pre-orders in a couple of hours. But it's weird. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep calling this wave 11. I think it simplifies it for people. I think calling it wave 1 of 2022 is too confusing. So yeah, Dino Fury Red is our first figure in this wave. He looks fantastic. Of course, you're gonna get to the Zato head that we already discussed here. Unfortunately, no antennas on it, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. He's going to have his Chroma Fury Saber. He's going to have, of course, changeable hands, and of course the effect piece. You get it. We're over 100 figures in at this point. You know what to expect with these, especially main wave releases. So, but he looks fantastic. I love that you have the holster on there for the Chroma Fury Saber and all that good stuff. And it's nice to see Dino Fury enter the line with Zato. Moving on from there, let me tell you, they rapid fired through this wave 11 reveal. Like, it was hard for me to live tweet it because like by the time I got the tweet out, they were on the next figure. I'm like, oh crap. So if you remember the wave 11 leak, it was 3 figures and then Zeo villain, and we didn't know what the Zeo villain was going to be. And it's like the what's the word? Least exciting version, like least exciting possibility, but I like what's happening here to an extent. And the Zeo villain is a standalone Zeo cog, specifically one of the silver Zeo cogs, which is going to be very similar to the one that we got just recently in the Hasbro Pulse exclusive 2-pack with the red cogs. But there are slight differences. You're still going to get the same like shortened weapon and the like elongated staff. You're going to get the swappable head with the gears opened in the eyes and everything. But it does appear that they did not include the like speckled metallic pattern that they painted on the original silver cog. It looks like that's missing here. So this does look to be like a new variant of the cogs to join your ranks. But first of all, if you army build figures, this is a good figure to get, I suppose. If you didn't want to spend the 42 on the 2-pack and you don't care about red cogs, which the silver ones are more abundant in Zeo, so at least there's that as well, you can go this route. Now, for me, I bought 3 cog 2-packs, but I have to get this one because it's a new release, as well as it comes with something that we've been waiting for a very long time. It comes with the Tonfas for Zeo Blue, which they just did not mention. I don't know why, like they just didn't bring attention to that, and I feel like they should have, but they didn't. But we did know ever since Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest back in April, they had confirmed that they were releasing his Tonfas finally in a figure in early 2022, and here we go. So we are going to finally get the Tonfas for Rocky. We will finally be able to complete that figure. Nearly 2 years, or actually by the time that this figure comes out, it would have definitely been 2 years since the Zeo Blue came out. And we have the whole Zeo team released now, and everybody has their weapons except for him, and now he finally will. Moving on to the third figure of the wave, we have our next Dino Charge member, Dino Charge Pink Shelby here. Looking pretty good, but it's one of those weird things where it's confusing how this is structured. So it looks great. I have no problems with the figure. I have no problems with the Shelby likeness. People are going to point this out, and I didn't notice it at first, but it does appear from the promo shot that she has double jointed elbows, which will be a first for the female molds in the Lightning collection. It is something that Hasbro has done in other 6-inch brands already, but this, maybe that will help it from breaking as easily as on some people's, like how my Psycho Yellow broke a couple weeks ago. But yeah, that's something that they didn't. That's another thing they didn't bring attention to, because they gave all the Wave 11 figures like 25 seconds to be on the screen, if that, and then they're like, okay, moving on to the next one. So we had to figure out all these details afterward. But what's interesting is that you're going to get the Dino Charge Morpher, which is what everybody else has had. You're going to get swappable hands. You're actually going to get to the effect piece that we got with Dino Charge Black last year. So that was a really cool one that was specifically made for the Dino Charge Morpher, and I was really hoping we would see it again, and we finally do. But you don't get the Dino Saber, which will be the first Dino Charge member, besides obviously Ivan, who doesn't use it, to not have it. Instead, for whatever reason, they're giving her what is it called? Triceradrill? Her armed-on weapon. Which, okay, why? I don't get it. It's weird. I'm not, like, at this point, I would have just preferred the Saber again, because, like, it's not going to be accurate having her hold it without the spikes on the arm. You didn't do this for literally anybody else. So, I don't know, man. It's very strange. Like I said, I would have just taken the saber again, but you don't get it with her. So you're either going to have to, like, maybe steal it from Chase, since he primarily uses, like, the blaster. You can give him, or give her his extra sword or something. Well, it's not an extra sword, but, like, take the sword from him, maybe. Weird choice. Just very weird. But then, of course, the final figure for Wave 11 is Wild Force Silver. So we're going to be bringing the Lightning Collection to Wild Force, or Wild Force to the Lightning Collection. Perfect in time to celebrate its 20th anniversary in 2022. And if you know the leaks, you also know that blue and red are coming later on in the year as well. But we get Merrick to kick off the team here. He looks great. People are already complaining about the chest having different, like the not enough or the not correct number of stripes, or like the diamonds or something on his legs, which... Sure, you get a Merrick head, which looks good. You get the pole Q weapon in both of its modes, so that's appreciated. And one thing that I think is really cool is that they actually are giving you hands with the claws that the Wild Force team has. So I assume that that would be a consistent thing, well, who knows, on the rest of the Wild Force team members, but that's a really cool thing. And I love getting Silver Rangers in the Lightning Collection. We barely have any, and one should have appeared today that didn't. And yeah, that was a really cool reveal, and that is Wave 11. So, or Wave 1 of 2022. So that goes up for pre-order at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. Depending if you're a premium member or not, just like the Zedd helmet. And since the Zedd helmet is probably fan channel exclusive, these are just a normal regular Wave. You'll find them everywhere. Walmart, Target, Amazon, and such like that. But speaking of Walmart, we got to talk about this thing. So if you remember last year at Hasbro Pulse Con, they revealed the Target exclusive Spectrum packaging for Wave 7, which were those black holofoil boxes with the new side profile arts from Tom Whalen and everything that were a royal pain in the butt to try to track down. Then of course they came out for Versus Packs Wave 2 or Wave 1 and Monsters Wave 1, and then those were never announced. But today they revealed that they're doing another packaging variant for Wave 11. This time it's not going to be a Target exclusive, so you actually might be able to get them. And well, kind of. This is a Walmart exclusive this time around, and they didn't really give this like a specific name. I'm assuming we'll kind of have a more specific actual name for this type of packaging when they go up on Pulse, which yes, they are Walmart exclusives, which you'll be able to get on Walmart's websites, but these will actually have limited quantities on Pulse, which the Spectrums last year did not. Now, they were not very clear exactly on if this was the whole wave getting this treatment. They only showed Dino Fury Red getting this treatment, so definitely him. It did seem like they implied that all of Wave 11 was getting this treatment as well, so that would be another thing that could or should have been in this video, but won't be, because I wanted to get this out before the pre-orders happen, so that way you guys don't miss things, you know, like things going out of stock or something like that. So yeah, so these are probably happening for all of Wave 11. Now they might be happening maybe for the next two things that we're going to talk about, but kind of like how last year when other lines in Lightning Collection got them and they never announced it, but they didn't announce anything beyond Dino Fury Red and implying Wave 11 to get this special packaging. It looks really nice. You have the side profile again, just like you did with the Spectrums, but instead of it being like a black box, it's like a retro style. It has like katakana Japanese on it and stuff. It looks nice. It also looks like it has Zeto's head on the figure in the box instead of the other way around, where we, you know, usually the helmet on in the original box. So at least they actually, looks like this time, changed a little bit about the inside of the box, which they did not do last year with the Spectrums, besides like the backdrop. So once again, Hasbro Pulse today, later on, same times for all this stuff. It's pretty repetitive at this point. But now we get to talk about the new entries in the Lightning Collection in terms of brand new sublines. So the next thing that they announced was the brand new Power Rangers Lightning Collection Deluxe line. Now this was something that I did talk about in my leak video, but didn't give you like the full details on it because I didn't even really understand what it was. But I was told that there was 3 Ranger plus vehicle sets happening that would each be released with a Mighty Morphin monster. I specifically left out the Mighty Morphin monster part of that in the original video because like it kind of seemed weird. Like I was like, are they really just gonna do like a monster and then like a Ranger vehicle thing at the same time, like together? Yeah, okay, apparently they are. So this is exactly what they're doing. Unfortunately, this is one of the biggest things where I wish I knew the price of these things on this one, because I don't. I don't know if these are going to be like $31.49 like the monster prices were. If these are going to be higher, I think that they might be higher. I don't know. But the first one is Piranha's head, so he did exist after all. We are getting him. After originally being planned for Monsters Wave 2 alongside iGuy, and then of course, you know, iGuy got released on his own, and we thought Piranha's head might have been cancelled, but it looks like not anymore, or not at all, because Piranha's head is happening for the Lightning Collection. He looks fantastic. They did poke fun at the fact about the scale. They had John hold it up to Dino Fury Red, but since Dino Fury Red was in a pose on the Hasbro's like figure stand, it was really kind of hard to tell. I'm pretty sure that they're still towering over the Rangers like they shouldn't be, but that is what it is. But it looks fantastic though. I love the details on the tail. You get a lot of really good articulation on him, a lot of really good scaling detailing. You get his like fish nunchuck weapons, whatever they are. It looks fantastic. I'm really happy that they are releasing Piranha's head ever since we had the leaked listings for him almost a year ago. I had hoped he wouldn't be cancelled even if he was still going to be oversized. I at least wanted him to exist. The next one is interesting, kind of. It's the first of the Ranger Plus vehicle packs, which remember there will be 3 of these. And the first one here is In Space Blue with the Galaxy Glider. So we had speculated about, was this actually just going to be a straight up re-release of the just recently released In Space Blue from Versus Packs Wave 2 with a Galaxy Glider, and yeah, that's exactly what it is. It is just the same figure from Versus Packs Wave 2 that you probably don't even have yet, because Entertainment Earth is like the only place that have actually shipped those out so far. I have it over there, but like I said, a lot of people don't have it yet, and now Hasbro's already asking you to pre-order a new version of the same figure, which is an odd choice, and I'm sure that that's more to the problem of the shipping delays than anything else, but it's just a weird marketing decision, in my opinion. But whatever. It does look like from the promo shots, and it could just be the lighting or the angle, that this might be a slightly lighter blue shade than the one in the Versus packs. It's hard to tell. I'm sure there'll be some kind of color differences or something. One thing I just realized because of the fact that this is not a Versus pack anymore is that you have standalone In Space Blue side profile artwork, which I think, I gotta look at it now, but I'm hoping this one actually has the correct visor trim, which was not present on the original Versus Packs Wave 2. But yeah, it's TJ again. He's fine. The Galaxy Glider looks great. I really like this one a lot. It does now beg the question, are they going to release the other ones? I think that's an odd choice to do just blue with the Galaxy Glider. I mean, cool, I guess. They did say that they had molded in the bottom of it a peg hole for a display stand. They don't include a display stand, but they said if you have a compatible display stand, which I don't know, maybe like a Tamashi stand would work or something, like a figure art stand, you can peg that in there and have it look like he's flying. So that's really cool. I do appreciate that. But I think, at least in my opinion, they revealed the weakest of the 3 Ranger vehicle sets that they're doing, with the other 2 being Wild Force Red with a vehicle and Time Force Green with a vehicle, so you can speculate away on what vehicles those will be. I think that there's not really many options. But yeah, basically there are 2 more waves of deluxe figures coming. One is going to be Wild Force Red in a vehicle plus another MMPR monster, and then Time Force Green with a vehicle plus another MMPR monster. I don't know what the vehicles are, and I don't know what the monsters are yet, but those are coming in later 2022 as well. So that's it for all of that. They did talk about Pudgy Pig for a couple of seconds, actually a couple minutes. I'm not really going to dive into it too much, just kind of bring up the more important points. First of all, we got to kind of see how this packaging is working. It's not an actual lunchbox. It looks like it's like a, you know, just kind of a cardboard. It has like a nice magnet kind of clip to it. It has a nice backdrop inside that has like a lunchbox like contents on the front, and then on the back it has like a backdrop of the youth center, which I think looks really sweet for like a display or something. I might use that for that. And then he just showed off, like, you know, you can put the food in his mouth, stuff that we knew about. And Pudgy Pig will finally go up for pre-order, or actually not pre-order. Actually, they seem to imply or basically say, they did specifically say that this was not a pre-order. This will be, I believe, in stock on Hasbro Pulse at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for premium members and 5 p.m. Eastern Time for everybody else. And this is the Hasbro Pulse Con 2021 exclusive figure, so you can only get it on Hasbro Pulse, and this one will retail for $57.99, which we have known about since July, but now we finally get to actually order the thing. So yeah, that is it for all of that. Of course, the big finale, or well, we'll get to it. The big finale for the panel itself was the Zord Ascension project, ZAP. So This is what I was talking about when I had talked about corroborating off of the rumors that Jay Cochran had posted about an upcoming Lightning Collection Dragon Zord. That will be a part of the Zap line, the Zord Acension project. And this is specifically a evolution of the Lightning Collection. It is considered a Lightning Collection product. So this is the brand new Dino Megazord that they are making. And this thing is pretty impressive. I am kind of Dino Megazorded out on merchandise after however many hundreds of versions of it that we have. But this one has actually given me some things that I've never seen in a release of the Megazord that I think is pretty cool. It does have the Rangers like tampographed or like stickered inside of the helmet of it, like they're sitting in the cockpit, which is a really cool detail. I really like that. You're gonna get tiny little Rangers like statues to go with them. They said that this was 1/144th scale. So I guess they were talking about how like that's like a standard for like mecha release toy kind of things, which I didn't know that, but okay. If you want to know its actual size, I think they said it was like about 11 inches, 11.5 inches or so. The prototype that they showed off today was not finished yet. It was literally just a 3D printed, hand painted like model, just like statue model. I do believe they talked about it's a fully articulated figure. I do think that it can separate into the Zords. I think it can, and I'll talk about why I think it can later. I'm pretty sure that it can, but if it can't, I apologize if I make people think that it can. I'll get into it. But this is going to cost $200 as far as I'm aware, and will be released in August of 2022. But you cannot pre-order it yet. It's not ready for pre-order. It's not even up on Pulse as far as I'm aware. Will it be going up on Pulse? But yeah, that's it. And they said, let us know what you want to see next and everything. Well, Dragon Zord's coming next. That's going to be a $150 release for next year. Actually, I think Megazord's supposed to be June 2022 and Dragon Zord in August of 2022. I don't know if that's still going to reign true, but that's what I was told back in August about this. So that is the Zord Ascension project, the new evolution for the Lightning Collection. People wanted Zords. We're getting Zords. It's going to be very expensive Zords. It's going to be a scale of their own Zords, but it's going to be a pretty cool looking detailed version of the Megazord that I will be picking up because it is part of the Lightning Collection. And honestly, like the only MMPR Megazords that I have kind of are like the Hasbro basic one from last year, which is right there. And I have the black and gold legacy version from Bandai. You think they'll do a black and gold version of this one? They are doing a black and gold version of this one. And this one has caused quite a problem. So the panel was over, the Boom Studios panel occurred, and then afterward I was like, okay, that's the end of it. They're about to transition into the Ghostbusters 15-minute panel, and then breaking news occurred. So breaking news occurred, they had a whole big drama thing about it, and two guys came out to talk about Hasbro's very first NFT. So this is a Power Rangers NFT that I unfortunately have to talk about in Lightning Storm. First of all, I just want to preface this right now. I am extremely biased in my opinion on this. I have heard nothing but bad things about NFTs. I think they're a very complicated and convoluted system. I think they really don't serve any point. And let me tell you, what they're doing here is, I think, dumb, but it's also extremely convoluted and kind of hard to understand. So what's going on, as far as I'm aware, after reading the Hasbro Pulse page, because it's not very clear. I mean, it is, but like, I don't know. I feel like this is just a lot of steps it's a lot of hoops to jump through. So at 4 p.m. today, or at 5 p.m., they're going to be selling Power Rangers, Lightning Collection, Zord Ascension Project, Megazord NFTs. Now, the way that I believe this is working is that you ordered the NFT on Hasbro Pulse. Now, granted, you're only going to have 3 days to do that. So step one is you buy the NFT off of Hasbro Pulse, then you get a digital code from that, which you have between October 25th through October 31st, so next week, to redeem it only on the Wax platform, the Wax blockchain app. From there, you will receive a digital token only if the NFT is in your Wax wallet by October 31st, 2021 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Then from there, you take the token in your wallet, which you had to redeem from a code that you bought from Pulse. Take the token, and then you can redeem the digital token for the actual physical version of the Zord Ascension Project Special Edition Black and Gold Dino Megazord. which you can only redeem between November 1st and November 8th. From there, you will get a, well, first you need a Wax account required. See FAQs for more information. From there, you will get the Megazord in a physical actual version in 2022 in August. But you can only get it if you go through this extremely convoluted blockchain NFT bullshit. So I don't curse on Lightning Storm that often, but this is ridiculous for so many reasons. Holy crap. Anyway, I think I explained that properly. I'm going to have it up on the screen and it will be linked in the description below if you want to read through this shit. But this is like a whole bunch of stuff that is just so ridiculous. Like, regardless of your opinions on NFTs, because I know that it's a controversial topic, I think that they're dumb. I always hear how bad they are for the environment, and I know people are going to say, but this one's eco-friendly and stuff. I don't care, genuinely. I think one of the things that's so weird about this to me is that just release the Megazord on Hasbro Pulse. What are you doing? What is all this? Like, if you want to make a black and gold version of it, that's fine. Because you're gonna go through all this time. They said that they've been spending like 20 months, I think they said, working on the Zap Megazord. That's great. I don't blame you for repainting it black and gold. I mean, Bandai did that. I would expect nothing less. But just make it like a Hasbro Pulse exclusive or like a Power Morphicon exclusive next year or something. Just be something that you can just pre-order, because you are pre-ordering a physical Megazord, but you have to buy an NFT to do it. And I don't understand why this is so convoluted. Like, it says it includes one unique NFT, one digital power coin token redeemable for one special edition Dino Megazord with 10 accessories. And then, of course, the box here, well, first you get like this blind bag, whatever, of what the NFT comes in. And then you do get to see, okay, so yeah, you do get to see the Zord Acension project, like Dino Zords individually and in their tank mode. Then you see them on the side of the box. So this does show that this, at least this version, which I'm sure the regular version will be able to as well, separate into the individual Zords. So if you were curious, you can do that. This is also, since we didn't get to see any boxes or anything for the regular Zap, during the live stream, this is kind of where you get to see, I assume, what the original box or the regular box will look like. It does have the Zord Ascension Project logo on it and everything. And while it does not say Lightning Collection on the actual page itself for the NFT, it does say Lightning Collection on the box, because the Zord Ascension Project is a part of the Lightning Collection, which is why we're talking about it today on Lightning Storm. Now, if you haven't picked up this already, I don't like this. I mean, I've already said this before, but like, I don't know. I think this really killed the hype of today, personally. If you like this, and if you're gonna do it, I don't care. I mean, like, do what you want to do with the 200. Oh, that's another thing that I didn't mention. That it's $200. $200 for this NFT, which, like I said, you're basically pre-ordering a physical black and gold Megazord. I mean, that's basically what you're doing if you go through this whole 100-step process to do so. And I know I'm definitely overreacting, but like, I don't know. It bugs me so tremendously that this is what they're doing for this. Because it just, I don't like this. I hate the idea of, this is a product that I would buy. It's a Lightning Collection item. I buy every single thing in the Lightning Collection. And I would totally buy this as well. But I hate that I have to then buy something that it goes against like my own beliefs about the concept to have to get this. Like, why can't it just be a pre-order? I don't want to ramble on about it. I don't really want to talk about it anymore. There will be a link in the description below for you to check it out as well. I'm conflicted. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't think I should. I don't feel like it's right. And I think that I should stand up and prove a point that I don't think this is okay. I don't want this to be a thing that happens over and over again, because I don't want them to like lock figure, like, I mean, this is kind of a figure, but like, I don't want them to like lock exclusive figures behind it or something, you know? Like, if this does really well, I mean, they're probably going to do it again. And that's not the message that I want to send with my wallet. And I don't think you should either, if that's what you don't want them to do. Like I said, if you're all for this, if you're all about NFTs, blockchain, crypto, all that, that's fine. Do you with your money. It's your money. I can't stop you. But I don't like this. And I'm not a fan of this. And I think that it was a really bad decision for just a PR move, really, and not Power Rangers, public relations move for Hasbro. And I think it should be frowned upon. And the fandom definitely is frowning upon it. The fandom is hating this immensely. So this is, I feel like if you like this, you are in the minority of the opinion on it. So I do apologize in that regard. If people are like, you know, gaining up on you for liking this or something, you know, I don't care if you do or not. But that's it. I'm gonna keep just saying the same things over and over again. So that is it for this. But the fact that it was at the very end, I think just really ruined Pulse Con today and put a sour taste in my mouth. It makes you go back and look at the weird stuff like the weapon with Dynacharge Pink and the chest on the Zeo cog and all this other stuff that like I don't usually point out as much as everybody else is gonna harp on for the next years. But yeah, I'll commit to the Walmart packaging. That's fine. I don't like that either, but we'll keep going. And I'm just kind of burned out, you know? So, all the links will be in the description below for everything that was revealed at Hasbro Pulse Con today. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on everything revealed, NFT aside. What did you think? I thought it was pretty solid, besides that. In Space Silver, don't know where the hell he is. He's been out for the entirety of the month of October, and they completely did not even begin to acknowledge his existence. He should still be a Walgreens exclusive whenever he shows up, but it's probably going to be like a Down Out Thunder White situation where they just randomly tweet about it on a random Wednesday or Tuesday or something. And of course, we'll talk about that there. So, that's it. I rambled on way too long about this. There was a lot to talk about though. And I got to get this video out before 4. That's my goal, before all the pre-orders happen. So, Pudgy Pig at 4, all the stuff at 4. The only thing's not at 4 or at 5 is the actual original Zap Megazord. So don't go around looking for that. It's not going to happen today. And yeah, that's it. So of course, until next time, you can follow me on Twitter at @LivingRangerKey or at LightningFigPR. You can see my emotional roller coaster on the Lightning Storm live reaction that happened earlier today. So look forward to that. And tomorrow, I'm going to do a Saturday special edition Lightning Storm. I mean, Saturday is usually Lightning Storm, but like today is the big Lightning Storm. Tomorrow will be the 100th episode of Lightning Storm. Woo! Which will be my live recording of it, which I will actually just record the show live for you guys to be able to like chat with me and everything in there. So that will happen at noon Eastern time tomorrow at the typical Lightning Collection time. And that will be where we talk about the releases that have happened in Canada this past week, Finster being released in the promo boxes, and that will also kind of be where we kind of talk about what's about to happen in an hour. So like price points, release dates, code names, which that's another thing we got to talk about, and all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that tomorrow, and I might have something else I'm going to throw into that video. You don't ever know. But until next time, you can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or at LightningFigPR, and I'll see you all in Lightning Storm. The series where lightning always strikes twice.